So, you're a college student. You have 24 hours in a day, 168 hours in a week. How do you manage that amount of time? Between classes, assignments, studying, socializing, and everything else life throws your way, it can feel like there's never enough time to manage time itself. But what if I told you that with the right strategies and tools, you can make every hour count? In this video, I'm going to show you how to take control of your time and turn those 24 hours into a schedule that works for you. My name is Jonathan. I'm a freshman here in Far Eastern University, Alabama, and to my fellow ATAMs watching, you know exactly how valuable your time is. So I'll make this video as sweet and short as possible by walking you through a simple planning method I call the PES planning method. The PES planning method consists of prioritizing tasks, estimating tasks, and scheduling tasks. Let's begin with prioritizing tasks. Priorities are important. If you try to tackle everything at once, no doubt you'll end up feeling overwhelmed and uncertain of what you're doing. That's why it's important you know your ABCs. No, not the alphabet kind, but the method one. The ABCDE prioritization technique helps us identify and organize tasks chronologically by ranking them from A to E, like a tier list. Your A tasks represent tasks you must do. You can categorize these tasks that have deadlines or physical attention, like projects or studying for an exam, or even maintaining your physical hygiene. Therefore, these tasks represent the current focus of your main objectives. Missing out on these tasks may cause immediate consequences if not taken attentively. Meanwhile, your B tasks represent tasks you should do. These tasks are important, but not as critical as your A tasks. They might include things you should be doing on the side while you perform and won't cause any immediate consequences in case you miss them, like reviewing your notes from time to time, exercising at the gym regularly, or maintaining relationships with significant others. These tasks, although not immediate, help maintain good and healthy habits that should be regularly practiced. Next, we have your C tasks, or nice-to-have tasks. These are tasks that can add value, but don't hold any significant consequences if left undone. Examples could be pursuing a new talent or a current one, catching up with friends or other media, reorganizing your room, etc. Unlike your A to B tasks, these tasks are entirely optional and meant to be enjoyed. They can add personal value to your character and knowledge, allowing you to grow more as a learner. We now move on to your D tasks, also known as tasks you can delegate. Yes, not everything has to be done by you. If a task can be handled by someone else, like asking a teammate to contribute their part to a group project, don't hesitate to delegate. Of course, don't be too needy with your favors. The people around you have their own set of tasks that they themselves need to prioritize, so cherish their time and offer them a task you yourself would do in their shoes. Finally, we move on to E tasks, or tasks you can eliminate altogether. These are the distractions, things like unnecessary time wasters like staying up late, doom scrolling, or overcommitting to non-essential activities. Eliminating these frees up your time for what really matters most. It's key to identify these activities in your life to free up essential time. Once you've categorized your tasks using the ABCDE method, you'll have a clear picture of where to focus your energy. With your priorities set, you're now ready to move on to the second step of the PES planning method: estimating tasks. Do you tend to overestimate yourself? I sure do. Oftentimes I'll look at a task and say, a written assignment. I should be able to take care of this in under an hour. Well, at least it was more than I accomplished last time. Estimating the time it will take for you to accomplish a task is not always reliable. How can we create an accurate schedule based on our performance so that our tasks actually run on time? Well, do you like fudge? And ratios? The fudge ratio is a time management technique that allows you to make an accurate evaluation of your estimated time to complete a certain task. Let's say you think it'll take you about 1.5 hours to complete a short essay, but in reality, it actually took you 3 hours to do. We can fit this into the fudge ratio. It's basically a ratio between the actual time it took you to complete that task in relation to the estimated time you believe to complete that task. In this case, the ratio tells us it took you 3 hours to complete the short essay, which is your actual time, rather than the 1.5 hours you believed it would take initially, which is your estimated time. By dividing the actual time it took to complete a task by the estimated time, You would now get a more accurate estimation of how long it will take you to complete the short essay. In this case, 3 divided by 1.5 hours is 2 hours. Therefore, a better estimation would be to believe it will take you twice as long for you to complete another short essay. This number will serve as a reference you can multiply by your future estimates to get a more realistic time frame. For instance, if you think another essay will take 2 hours, you would multiply that by the fudge ratio of 2, giving you an adjusted estimate of 4 hours to most likely complete that task. This adjustment helps you create a more accurate schedule, factoring in the time it usually takes you to finish tasks. By using the fudge ratio, you can avoid overloading your day with unrealistic expectations and improve your time management. Over time, as you track your fudge ratio, you'll refine your ability to estimate task durations more accurately, leading to more efficient planning and fewer surprises. So, we've learned our ABCs, we've taken our fudge, now what? The last step of our PES planning method is scheduling tasks. In creating this video, I wanted to learn from experts and professionals on how they're able to schedule their time. The first professional who came to mind was no other than my
dad.
Official Chief Technology Officer and co-founder of Insight SCS, as well as partners with the USAID and other NGOs. I am fortunate to share the same blood as this guy. Because despite how large his tasks usually are, he still manages ample time to spend quality moments with my family. So, without further ado, here's a wise and collected testimonial of time management advice from my father. Here we go. Hey Dad, what's your secret to time management?
Google Calendar.
Oh. What wise, inspirational words. But for real though, Google Calendar. You've heard of this before, don't lie to yourself, you know it's there, how often do we use it? Perhaps not as much as we should. Let me explain. We live in a digitally driven lifestyle. Calendars are inarguably essential for us, but a digital calendar is so much more practical. With Google Calendar, you can easily input your weekly routines, set reminders, and even color code your events. It's quite simple, really. Having a routine schedule year-round? Every time you create an event, let's say Class 1, you can set the option to repeat the event every week, or even set a date limit until the event is no longer part of your routine schedule. At the same time, every event has a reminder built in. These reminders will notify you some time before an event takes place. You can set these reminders to whatever prior time you want, whether it be a reminder for important activities, tasks, or deadlines. This feature ensures you'll never miss a thing. Every time you create an event, you can also color code it, allowing you to visually distinguish between different types of events, like work, personal, or social, making it easier to visualize your entire schedule. Some other nifty features include shared calendars. If you and another friend are using Google Calendar, you can both share each other's calendars to see whatever your friend will be up to, making it so much more simpler to schedule an event where the two of you can meet. Lastly, one of my favorite things about Google Calendar is the feature to sync your calendar on other platforms, including Android and iOS. This ensures that your schedule is always accessible, no matter what device you're using. From your monitor to your mobile, Google Calendar can notify you whenever, wherever. Alright, I believe that does it for the PES planning method. And just to add an insight, you can use any other method you see fit. But remembering to prioritize tasks, estimate tasks, and schedule tasks will most certainly help you manage your time. Okay, I wonder if there's anything else I'm missing. What was it? Okay, well, is there anything else?
Learn how to say no.
One last tip before we end. Learn to say no. It's hard to say no to things, especially when you want to help others or fear missing out on opportunities. But overcommitting can lead to burnout, stress, and poor performance. Emphasize that time is a limited resource. Every yes to something new is a no to something else. Saying no doesn't mean you're being selfish. It means you're being intentional. prioritizing what truly matters allows you to give your best to the commitments you choose. So ask yourself, does this opportunity align with my goals or values? Can I realistically handle this along with my other responsibilities? If the answer is no, then it's okay to decline. Respectfully, of course. So yeah, I think that does it for this video. If you found the PES planning method and the techniques and tools involved helpful, then be sure to apply it. In the meantime, I'm probably gonna microwave something. It's been Jonathan, over and out.